Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Ted Keller. This is an extended look at the weather. I call the weather report. These usually come out every day, and I do it to just kind of relax and talk about the weather in a little more detail. If you got the time, check it out. If you're a weather geek, or actually more seriously, if you just want to know why it's happening, this might be a good thing to look at. Here's the morning radar loop, and I want to again clarify this is recorded about 9:15 in the morning, so radar data will be old if you're checking this out, hours later. But the general trend is still to have bands of rain come at us. Now, the intensity of the rain and the coverage has gone down a little bit. That's not to say that some of this will not cause flooding problems. In particular, this band has already caused some floodings, as you can see there, from just north of El Dorado Springs, stopping into parts of St. Clair County. And this band that's progressing through Warsaw, Camdenton, Waynesville, it's not inconceivable that could produce more than an inch of rain in some pockets in a short little burst. Whether that is getting to the flash flood criteria, we'll just have to monitor that on a minute-by-minute basis. It's certainly not as bad as it's been, not as prolonged, but we are still in the zone, so to speak, for heavy rain today and through the weekend for part of the Ozarks. And I have better news for us, generally speaking, as the next 7 days unfold. Let's take a look at the precipitation projections. This is for Springfield. These are the various computer models that we look at. And, most of this accumulates today and through early tomorrow, and then it really levels off. So if it doesn't go up anymore, it means we're not accumulating anymore. So by late on Saturday into Sunday, Springfield's rain kind of shuts down a little bit. And that's, I think, good news, of course. The general rain projection has shifted south and has eased a little bit. But again, keep in mind that these general totals of an inch to an inch and a quarter, as shown here in the blue, have been doubled or more in some cases if some of these rain bands really get going in certain areas. So it's just a monitor the radar sort of thing. Watch very carefully. Obviously, if you're in a flood-prone area, lower area, you just want to have a little bit more caution for just a few more days. Hang on, and the tension and stress level on this, I think, is going to go down a little bit. But the precipitable water is something I talk about a lot. This is just the overall one measure of efficiency of rainfall. It means the humidity through a depth of the atmosphere is high and can contribute to heavy downpours if something triggers them. And we certainly have triggers still around the Ozarks. Now, the axis has shifted north, but the general values are still very high across Missouri and Arkansas. Now, as of 4 o'clock today, the models have that axis still shifted south and still exhibiting high totals in the yellow over southern Missouri. But if we go to 10 a.m. Sunday as an example, there's one more surge in that plume of moisture that may make it into northern Arkansas there. That's a large reason of why that 1.25-inch bullseye on 2 graphics ago is centered in that area. But look at this. You go to noon on Monday, and there's been a significant reduction in the precipitable water over Missouri, and the moisture train, so to speak, has shifted south and east of us now. And there's even a cool front that I think will arrive by the middle of the week with a high-pressure system down from Canada into the Great Lakes that will really put a dent in that particular variable and provide us what I think a few dry days for a change. Needless to say, the latest drought monitor, this is data through Tuesday morning, issued on Thursdays, day late on that, but it's amazing that right in that center corridor the drought was eliminated. Not that it was that bad in portions of the Ozarks, but up to the north it was getting pretty critical, and in part of southwest or northwest Arkansas rather, it was getting pretty critical. Now that's just about been eliminated, and that's just the rain through Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. So you take the rest of that into consideration, and a lot of that has been whittled away even more. So it's not surprising if you look at this graph produced daily by the Missouri Climate Center. Right here you have accumulated precipitation July 9 through August 7, so about a 30-day run of nothing but heavy rain in this band right here. And this is a kind of a generalized graph too. There have been locally much higher areas. And then this is the departure from normal for that same 30-day period. So if you're in green, you're above normal in precipitation. So yeah, we have whittled away at it substantially. In fact, parts of the Ozarks are 8 inches above normal when you consider the normals over the last 30 years. Over the last 30 days. Temperature in Springfield, too, has been cool. 16 days of below normal temperatures. Everything below the pink and light blue line is below normal. Now, the overnight lows have been a little bit above normal, but the averages have been below normal. Certainly, the high temperatures have been below normal, and I think that run will continue well into the middle of the month with the temperature projection from the Climate Prediction Center, August 16th through the 22nd. So that goes just beyond the 7-day, still showing Missouri in below normal temperatures. Now, the temperatures will spike up and down a little bit, but the general trend will still be below normal. Here's the 7-day forecast: 81 today, 80 tomorrow. We'll get maybe as hot as 87 on Monday, and then a midweek cool front, like I said, will keep our temperatures in check beginning middle of the week and ending probably late in the week and maybe in the weekend.